Hello, everybody. This is David Evans, President of Pick TV Network. We're excited for all of you. We have the book authors here. TV Virtual Book Fair authors are on the screen. They're dancing from California, Colorado, New York. Brother O is on with us from the great, awesome Chicago. We have Sal on. All the book authors are here to celebrate the Pick TV Network Book Fair anniversary. And we're excited for all of you who are watching with us, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, all of our international audience around the world. We say we love you. Thank you for watching. You know what? The Pick TV Network. Brazil, France, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada, Ireland, West Africa, United Kingdom, Australia, Belgium, United States, with interpreters right here on Roku TV. My name is David Evans. I have two super power co-hosts with me today, Brother O from Chicago and the great Mel Beast from Colorado. They're going to help me to bring in these authors and to interview these authors. We have poetry authors today. We have business authors today. We have people on today that's going to inspire you, motivate you. We want you to buy their books. This is a book fair, folks, on television. So I'm excited today. Let's open up today, Mel Beast, and let's bring you in with Brother O. Mel Beast, you guys, you and Brother O have been working with me for 3 years. We had so much fun on the broadcast. Brother O, we midnight oil shows, man. Me and you, we burned the midnight oil. I'm talking about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock shows sometime, man. I love you, dude. Happy anniversary. You know, Black Friday, because you're award-winning artist on Pick TV Network, award-winning show host. You got 2 awards coming with you again, man. You over the Prison Freedom Show. Brother, oh, how do you feel? Because you know some of the guests that's going to be popping on, man. How do you feel when you, with veterans, man? You were talking about that.
Yeah, my experience, like when we first met, as I was telling them before, at that particular time, I was working for an organization that provides residence for homeless veterans. So, you know, the trauma that homeless people, period, whether they're veterans or not, that they experience, I see it all the time. I saw it a lot in the place where I worked at, and I see it out in the streets, you know, Chicago. And so I know that a lot of the people who have served in the military, they have problems with housing and employment and things like that. So there's the work that they've done, the sacrifice that they've made should definitely be honored. And it's an honor and a privilege to be able to be amongst people who are artists, who are authors, who are using their creativity to talk about their experience, but in a positive way that can help impact people and inspire them.
Yeah, I always like to open up shows with my business managers because you guys have been on so many shows. Melvise, going over 60 shows you've been on helping me to build Pick TV Network. You have some authors on today. And tell a little bit about Written Words Publishing and what is Written Words Publishing all about?
Yeah, so Written Words Publishing, we are here to assist independent authors in reaching the world with their work. 5-star material, just as great as if it came from a traditional publisher. We offer publishing, editing, ghostwriting services. We have an awesome catalog of books that just keeps growing and growing and growing. So if you're looking for a book to read or you want to give a book to someone, go to writtenwordspublishing.com/books and check out our catalog. Support these authors, and then we also do custom apparel. So, like those shirts there on the screen, you could get a t-shirt or a sweatshirt with your book cover on it, or your logo, or anything that you like on the shirt. Awesome way to promote your work. If you're walking around with a t-shirt or a sweatshirt with your cover, it's going to spark a conversation. Make sure you always have copies of your book with you so you can sell it, in the moment if you have to. Direct them to the website where you'd like them to buy it. You can use them as giveaways. You can reward book clubs. You could resell them yourself, whatever you like to do. So, yes, you need a platform to sell your book. You can do that too. And if you'd like to get Dr. Evans' book for free, you can go to writtenwordspublishing.com/David-Evans and download his book, This Is Not My Fight, for free.
Yeah, Melvise, I want to thank you. All these book authors, you guys are awesome, man. And I want to say thank you. Happy holidays and happy Veteran Days. We have a lot of veterans here today. Brother Ogun talked to all of you about thanking you for servicing our country. Melvise, let's get right into our interviews. You have a special guest up here today, and we're going to bring him up, and you're going to tell the world.
Yes, we have Kevin Pitzer with us today. He is the author of My Lyrical Meanderings. It's a book of poetry and songs, full of poems and songs and testimonies and scriptures. An awesome, awesome book. Very happy to have been able to assist him with getting this book out to the world. Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Thank you, Melvise. It's an honor to be on the show on Pick TV and to represent the veterans.
Yes, and thank you for your service. It's great to have you here. Tell us about this great book here, My Lyrical Meanderings.
Very well. First, I want to thank Written Words Publishing for publishing the book and help me through the process. It's my first commercially published book, and I appreciate all the help you've given me. I also want to thank BTech Solutions Group for the awesome cover design. They gave me a good deal on it. But I live here in Central Indiana with my awesome wife of 43 years. We have 3 children and 7 grandchildren. And I am so glad that all my children and my grandchildren are being raised in Christian homes. My oldest grandson was just saved and baptized several months ago, which is it touches my heart because I know we're doing something right. But I'm the type of person who always got to be doing something. Writing is one of my things I like to do, and I'm good at it. But I earned this through my writing skills. I earned a master's degree from Liberty University. So I also write a daily testimony on my Facebook pages. It's either Kevin M. Pitzer or God and I. And I write a daily testimony on these pages to help share how God's working in my life. And I want to say today it's a special writing. If you want to go read it, special writing on these pages having to do with a military veteran who came home in a body bag to our base and how the base reacted to that situation. I spent the majority of my life in the Air Force working on airplanes. I retired in 2009 and have thoroughly enjoyed my retirement. I love to work with my hands, work around the house, and ride my Honda Goldwing. And this book spans decades of my life. Often God would give me, at the oddest times, a poem to write, and I'd just write it down and just work it through. And it just came out to where it blessed me and it blessed God. It made him happy, I hope. And many of the poems in this book have scripture, my testimony, and a story behind the poem written with them. And 3 of the poems have been set to music. His Great Love for Me, Sleeping with the Harley, and The Mighty Men of God, which is a tribute to pastors everywhere. And I'm just want to say, I'm not in this for the money. I just want to use this book as a vehicle to get the word of God and my testimony into the hands of people and to plant a seed for him. I just got my first royalty check for $20.49. And it wasn't from anybody buying the books. It was from me buying the books and giving them away to people that I meet on the street. And these people appreciate the books. I mean, a lot of times it comes into their lives at just the right time to where it blesses them. And I give them out to doctors and nurses who help me in the hospital and just about anybody God leads me to. My prayer is that by reading this book, people will be introduced to God and a seed will be planted to help them speak further into God's word. And so many times when I handed the people this book, it was a time when they really needed it. It helped them at time of grief, or even if you've used it as devotional. One lady was so grateful I gave her the book that I brought her to tears. She had just gone through a divorce, and I gave it to her just a couple of days after her divorce was final. And she so appreciated it. And she wrote me this thank you card. She said, "Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your gift last week of your book. It was such a blessing to me. I started reading it immediately and kept going back to Throne of Grace and Through Life's Troubles. Those 2 poems gave me such strength. Our Almighty God is able, and your beautiful words just went straight to my heart. Thank you again for sharing. I'm sure it will get me through. I'm sure I will get through this book. It's truly a blessing to me." And it's a blessing to God too when people get these books. Like I said, it's not about me, it's about God. And once again, I appreciate the opportunity to be on PIC TV and to represent the veterans and to share a little bit of myself with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. That was really, really awesome. And we know that you did it for God's glory, but we also know that God rewards us when we help bring people to him and show people what he's all about. So even though we know you're not in there for the money, we want you to go out there and buy Kevin's book. Let me write him the biggest royalty check for the 3rd quarter of 2024, okay? Yes, buy one for yourself, buy one for a friend, buy one for a family member. Give one to somebody who you know just needs some inspiration. Michael, tell us what you think about Kevin and his book.
Kevin, I'm so happy I got to meet you here. I love the story of the woman you gave the book to. She just got through a divorce, and how your words, inspired by God, moved her soul, man. So I'm so proud of what you're doing. On the last episode, you said it's a God hug. I would highly recommend that be the name of your next book, because it sounds like you have a direct connection, and I'm very happy that I got to meet you. Congratulations on your book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, congratulations. So Kevin's book is available wherever books are sold. You can Google it, My Lyrical Meanderings, Google his name, go buy the book wherever you like to purchase it. Sal, let us hear what you think about Kevin's book.
You know, I just love this book. I love this book so much. It literally made me want to buy 10 copies. I keep one, of course, right? And I give 9 away. You know how many people can really, truly use the word of the happy place that you are at and want and have this ability and willingness to share it with others. I mean, you know, previously you spoke about the welcome home. Well, I won't focus on the welcome home. I want to go back to it, you know, what, oh my goodness, I forgot the gentleman's name that talked about you mentioning this as a God hug. I would love to receive a God hug. And even if someone buys this book, buy extra, send it to me. I will accept it because I will see it as a God hug. Yes. So that's where I'm at. I'm happy about it. Buy the book. And you know what? let me tell you this. You know, Kevin talks about how it's not about the money. It's sure it is. You know why it's about the money? It's about the money so that we can share with more people. Money is a life lubricant. It gives you access to a lot of things that you won't normally have access to. So why would you not want to buy this book? Not only are you going to help yourself in this book, you're going to help others impact them. And you're going to help Kevin share and spread the happy messages that he is giving us now. So if you're hyped and pumped with the message he's giving you now, imagine the amount of love people are going to receive from this book wrapped in a God hug. Come
Amen.
on, let's do it.
I'll send you a copy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know, just to add on to what Sal was saying, that you know, I mean, it's very admirable that you're doing it, but you're saying that it's not about the money, you know, and I appreciate that, right? Because as you know, I had mentioned when we talked earlier that poets, people who are creatives, should have a purpose that transcends financial gain, but definitely by you being able to accumulate wealth from the work that you do, especially if it's a God-given talent or desire, passion that you have, then what you are able to do is to be able to, you know, be philanthropic, and you know, with the work that you're doing. So we definitely want people to support you financially, right? So that you can continue to do your work, and that it allows you to be even more productive in the work that you're doing and giving back. So yes, it's definitely admirable that you're not doing it for the money, but we know that finance helps to be able to push your cause even further.
Yes.
So with that being said, I want to go to our next guest here, Michael Botts, who's a U.S. Marine. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself to the world here at the PIC TV network and talk about your book. Let them know about who you are in your book, sir.
Brother, thank you for being here and introducing me. I'm grateful for that. My name's Michael Botts. I served in the Marine Corps for 4 years. I guarded President Reagan and President Bush, and I trained with the hostage rescue team. Very proud of that. It was a great experience. When I got out of there, I worked in the fitness industry for a little bit. And through all that, I learned a lot about the body. I learned a lot about self-discipline. And then I started my own business, ran my own business for 20 years. Through that, I learned a lot about spirit and soul and money. I feel like soul is where your relationship with your people and finances. I feel like spirit is our relationship with God. And I feel like body is, of course, our body, right? And so that's the three areas that I kind of approach in my book. And then I have 4 beautiful, amazing, brilliant, extraordinary children. They love God. They're kind of people. They all have goals, and they've all had struggles, which I'm very happy about, because every time they have a struggle, they get an opportunity to grow. The name of my book is Escape Average, Go for the Big, Break Through What's Stopping You. The reason I wrote it is because I had an experience with failure. Failure, I would always attack failure. I thought failure was the enemy. And so I had my shield and I had my spear, and I was like, all right, failure, let's go. And what I learned through getting beat up and abused and pulverized and dominated by failure was I had the wrong relationship with failure. So what I did was evolve my relationship with failure, and I let failure be the teacher that it is. So a lot of times when people fail, they think they're failures. Like, I failed, so I must be a failure. That's not what's happening at all. Failure is part of the process. We were born on our DNA with risk, fail, learn, repeat. This was on our DNA. It's still on our DNA. But as we get sucked out into the ocean of am I enough, we start to doubt, fear, and worry start to dominate our thoughts. And it mutes the voice that God is speaking to us to inspire us to do what we're supposed to do on the planet. And my book is a workshop on how to get back to I am enough.
Oh no, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and that works in so many different sectors of society. If you just even read people's biographies or talk to people who knew people who were successful, they all went through their moments of doubt, right? Because that's the enemy, as it says, right? In in the scriptures, that's the enemy that's speaking to us. As a nonviolence instructor or trainer, rather, we talk about avoiding internal violence of the spirit as well as external violence.
Very good. Very good.
Internal violence is the self-talk.
Yes.
When you're talking down to yourself and you doubting yourself, and then if you continue to do that, then that becomes part of who you are, and that's when depression comes in. And then you don't go for the big, right? You settle.
What happens? The Bible says we're snared by the words of our mouth. And the way I translate that is the story you're telling is the story you're living. So I just had open heart surgery on the 7th of July. Now I can tell that story as a victim, and I can let this scar be my victim, and I'm the victim of this story, or I can tell it as a victor. I'm the champion. I championed that, and I got up, and I'm here with you today. So that's the gift of life. So the story you're telling is the story you're living. So make sure you're telling your story that you're the hero. I want to read something out of the book that I feel inspired to read right now. When you let your light shine, someone's going to come out of the darkness and begin to see, because you took a risk and allowed your light to shine. I truly, truly believe that each of us have a light our light is the only one that can touch certain people. Not me, not Brother O. Each person that's in the sound of my voice, your light is the only one that can touch certain people. And when you don't let it shine, someone's going to go blind. So I would offer you, get this book and really get the courage to start letting your light shine in a way that it hasn't in the past.
And I agree. And to add on to what you were saying, that someone that might go blind might be yourself. Think about the parable of the talents, right?
Yes.
And how it was taken away when the servant didn't want to use his gift.
Yes.
Okay, so
I love that.
You, right? So
I love that.
Definitely. Sometimes the person that will go blind will be you if you do not use your light. So I appreciate the work that you're doing. It resonates, some of the things that you've been saying. And we talked earlier, it resonates with a lot of the things that I teach as a nonviolence instructor. It's about building up the human being so that the person could reach his full or experience his full potential.
Yes. And we're on the planet for that. Because when we are at our full potential, whatever that looks like, we get to serve so many. Here's the last thing I'll say is each of us have a tribe. Brother O, you have a tribe behind you, and they drink out of your cup. So if you don't keep your cup full with the story you're telling and the things you do for yourself, that cup's empty and your tribe dies of thirst. That's how important it is for us to take care and love ourselves so that we can serve and love our others.
Thank you. And you hear that word, you're a repository of knowledge, wealth, nourishment for your tribe, the people who are around you, who are dependent on you.
Yes.
So with that being said, thank you, Michael. And we're going to go to a commercial break very soon. But before we go, I'd like everyone who is watching, this is the PIC TV network. We are live. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. I am also live. We're also on Roku, the PIC TV Virtual Book Fair. PIC TV Virtual Book Fair. Buy that book, you guys. And also yes, that's the code. Put it back a little bit so they can see. Risk, fail, learn, repeat. Risk, fail, learn, repeat. So check that out. I'm on Facebook as well, at Orion Meadows, and I'm on my Instagram, Orion_Meadows_. This is the PIC TV Virtual Book Fair. And we're going to commercial break. And when we come back, we will come back with Melvise, and she will talk to our next guest. See you when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Basketball camp is next weekend. You got amazing potential on the court. and I can help you get there.
That's not what I want, Dad. You never let me do what I want to do. You never let me just do me.
Hold up. Wrong floor. Bet Will Smith ain't got to deal with this.
Dad!
Down! What in the Matrix hell?
Welcome to the space.
Welcome, King James. I am the king of this domain. This is the Serververse.
What'd you do to my son? Where's Dom?
The only way you're getting your son back is if you and I play a little basketball. Pete, send this clown to the rejects.
Wait. What is this? Ah! I'm a cartoon?
Meh. What's up, Doc?
I need to assemble an elite team to help give my son back.
I know what you're looking for. A dream team. Them, shoot the ball. Let's try that again, shall we?
Hello, everybody. We're right back here on the Pick TV Network. It is the Pick TV Network Book Fair. These dancing authors, y'all, they are the the whole world is watching you. I don't care where you are around the world. I don't know nothing like this on TV. I don't know these authors from all over the world coming on television, dancing from Chicago, Colorado, Memphis, my man, Big Mike coming on, Kevin. This is the Book Fair anniversary of the Pick TV Network. And they love to have a good time on Pick TV Network. We on our last segment, folks, so hang on in there. Don't go nowhere. We got a couple of authors coming on. I love her because she's full of energy. She is she's an energetic bunny. I mean, when she come on the screen, she's like the hype person. You know, you're gonna win this fight. You gonna say she gonna get you fired up and ready to fight. I love Sal. Come on, Melvis, bring her on in.
Yeah, so Sal is here with us today. Sal is an aspiring author. So you can see here on Pick TV on the virtual book fair. Your book might not be out yet, but that does not mean that you should not be promoting your book. One thing to do is as soon as you know you're going to have your book, you have your title, start promoting your book, start building your audience, start letting people know what's coming so they'll be in anticipation of what you're going to provide and be ready to go and purchase it when you're ready to sell it. So welcome to the show, Sal.
Hey, Melvis, thank you. I am eternally grateful for being one of the guests here on the incomparable Pick TV book club, or not book club, correction, book fair. So, I'm blanking out. What am I supposed to say? I am here. I'm happy to be here. All of a sudden, I'm losing my words. But here, let me tell you what. Let's go here. Let's go to the part of why I even wrote this book, right? I'm in the middle of writing the book, and I had to change it a couple of times because I wanted to add a few things in it. And what the book will essentially cover are things that I've experienced while I was serving in the military, and a lot of the things I learned about myself. And being today in honor of Veterans Day, I do want to say welcome home to my fellow vets. You will not catch me on any given day say thank you for your service, because it's such a generic statement. And a veteran is someone who has gone through something very deep and special above and beyond the average person, the average individual. And so I don't come out with something generic like thank you for your service. Not that there's anything wrong with those sets of words. It's just, for me, it brings more immense value for me to be able to say welcome home. Welcome home, because one, people don't get their proper welcome. They don't feel like they belong. So that 2-word statement, welcome home, makes you feel included, seen, and validated. Second, I say welcome home because some of us just didn't all make it back home. Whether it's a buddy of ours that didn't make it back home, or it's a part of us that just was left where we left it. And then the third, and this is really the main reason of why I say welcome home, is that there are Vietnam vets who came home and they were never welcomed home. And how they were welcomed home was by calling them names, horrible freaking names like baby killer. And it's not even a war that they wanted to fight. They were made to go out there. Not that I would ever discount anybody's service for any means, by any means at all. It's just, it's what I say. Now, I'd like to know who I'm having this conversation with, so I could, I like to drive, I like to include, because that's kind of how I function. I know that part of the coverage on this book is going to be addressing limiting beliefs, right? It's also going to be addressing unhealthy projections. And what I mean by limiting beliefs, let me go back to limiting beliefs, things that we are told that we are versus who we believe and who we are at our capacity. I read this quote once from a book that says, an acorn is a seed of a mighty oak tree. So we are limited to what we put ourselves in only if we allow other people to project their unhealthy projections on us, right? Yeah. And so and how do you overcome those? Well, you overcome those by doing some reprogramming. And one of the reprogramming is, people always give you advice about, hey, feel empowered. Well, they never really tell you how to feel empowered. One of the ways that you can feel empowered is by, one, knowing what it is that makes you happy. Start with that. What is it that makes you happy? What gets you out of bed, wakes you up, and be this, right? Like I literally wake up like this, but Beyonce talks about, I woke up like this. And if I don't wake up like this, I got my dogs, I got my kids, I got my friends, and plus sometimes you got to create your tribe, right? You got to have the people around you that help build you and not suppress you. And there is such a thing. And oh, sorry. And then, knowing that you have worth, you have value. It's great to understand that to start somewhere, and to start somewhere is to know that you're enough, to bring value to yourself, to recognize where you're at. But I think the goal is to feel valued and worthy, right? I feel like the place where we need to be in life is to feel valued and worthy. And that's where I'm at. So how do you bring value and worthiness to yourself? Well, first, bringing meaning to your own life, right? Recognizing your own identity, who you are, what do you identify as? And I'm not talking about the he, she, them, it thing that what's going on right now. No offense to that group of people. It's just, who do you identify as? I identify as Sally Mary, right? And I have been deemed as a little dynamite, and I'm okay with that. I took it two ways. One, as someone who is, someone who is a mover and a shaker. Because sometimes, isn't that what the purpose of the dynamite is? To move something, to shift something, to reshape something, really to just expose the thing that you're searching for. And let me go back to why I wrote this book. I actually mainly wrote this book. I was in IOP, and IOP is intensive outpatient therapy at the VA. And in 2018, I was involved in a relationship that really wanted me to, that made me feel so unworthy of taking my next breath, that I thought that the most important thing I can do was to give myself my own self-expiration date. And something in me naturally said, that's not a good thing. That's not good. Don't do that. And so I went to the VA for help. And I'm grateful for the VA for being readily available. And while I was in intensive outpatient therapy, I was sharing the challenges that I have and how I overcome things. And it's not relatives, it's family. And family are the people that you trust, that you bring into your circle. And one of the young ladies after my share came up to the screen and said, "Sally Mary, you just gave words to something I struggled to say. There is this pain that I felt deep inside my belly that confused me, that made me feel so rotten, and now you made me feel alive." And that was the greatest compliment anyone has ever given me. And also, pardon me, my nerves are kind of ratchet right now, and so if I stumble through words, do forgive me. And she's a reason why I wrote the book. It's to give voice to the voiceless. It's to give reason to the reasonless, and to remind people how to find our identity if we don't already know it. Redefine our purpose if we don't have it defined, and finding ways to like see where your purpose is and where you are and what it is that brings you happiness. Right?
I love that energy. You did great. Your first time on PIC TV Network Live.
Thanks, Dr.
I want to say thank you. Brother O, who is a PIC TV Network business manager and also a professional. Brother O, how did she do her first time, man? You know how that feels to go for your first time.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're going to be a little nervous. So I was just wondering, like, when is your book supposed to? Do you have a date when your book is going to be available?
I'm hoping that I have it done here in the next 60 days. So I already have the draft. I just need to get someone to edit it for me. There is this whole set of vulnerabilities that I have to be open to, and I believe I'm ready.
And I think we got the perfect person in here with Written Words Publishing. I think Mel Beast is going to take your book from Earth all the way to Saturn to Mars, Jupiter, around the world. We're excited. Folks, we're here on the PIC TV Network Book Fair with my host. I feel so good now. With Brother O from Chicago. Mel Beast is me co-host this TV virtual book fair. And we have special guests on. We just heard from Kevin, who is a veteran. And we heard from Michael, who is a veteran from Side. We have one more to go, and then you guys can go and relax and eat some, good looking games and have some fun. And also Natasha. Natasha been hanging with us for the last 3 shows. Natasha been working with us since the beginning. Thank you, Natasha. These folks were here today, and we're going to California. We're going to go to California, folks. And it's her first time coming on. She's an author too today. And we're going to be, we are dancing. We're celebrating on PIC TV Network Virtual Book Fair. When we come back, Miss Barr is going to come on for the first time. And then we're excited for all of you watching, the #1 network, streaming network in the world, PIC TV Network. Don't go far. When we come back, we're going to come back with a great and awesome book author.
Nice. You did the 2 things we always talk about. What's that? You worked hard and you...
Have fun.
Have fun, my man.
It's a real star you got there.
Thanks.
Take care of those hands. They're taking you places.
I got hands. I'm gonna go pro.
You definitely could.
Easy money.
Easy money. Have you ever thought about what else you could be? Go along, son. could be a brain surgeon. Your hands could operate as skillfully as Dr. Myron Rowe. Or a sports agent, handling big contracts, like Rich Paul. What about an artist? You can be as creative as Brian Blue the Great. The art you make could inspire the world. Son, you can even be an astronaut, flying in space with Leland D. Melvin. Sure, with those hands, you could play for a team, but you could buy a team. Ownership gets to wear the rings first.
I can do all that, Dad?
You can be anything you want with these hands.
Hello, everybody. This is the PIC TV Network Virtual Book Fair. It's the holiday seasons. Now, I'm going to watch with me, these book authors dance. It's time to celebrate the holidays. Watch this. Come on, book authors. Let's dance a little bit. It's the holiday season. Come on, book authors. Give us a little dancing. We're going to bring this thing around. We're going to bring this little dance around. Come on, Mike. It's holiday season. Let me bring Mike up. Come on, Mike. It's me and you, Mike. Me and you, bro. Come on, Mike. It's holiday, Mike. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, Sal. Come on, Christmas. Come on, Sal. Bring him in, Sal. Come on, Melvies. Woo! These are dancing out. Look at Smooth Melvies. So hard. Come on. Yeah. It's holiday season. Come on, Kevin. Yeah. Look at Kevin, y'all. Woo! Come on, Kevin. Show him how to do it, Kevin. Yeah. Come on, Kevin. Woo! Yeah. Look at California.
All right.
Come on, Lee. Look at Lee. Bring it in. Yeah, these are book authors, folks. Dancing with us today on the PIC TV Network. We had such a wonderful time. We got one more to go. One more author to go. They can dance too. Happy holidays, everybody. Thanksgiving, Christmas. Share with your love. Share with family. Give somebody a hug. Don't cost a dime. And some of these book authors may even give a book away when you help somebody over the holidays. Let's move through here. We have one more author to go. Melvies, take us to California, Melvies. Take us to California.
Yes, so we would like to welcome Lisa Lee Barr on the show today, author of Love, Peace, and Sweet Tea. Welcome to the show, Miss Barr.
I'm Lisa Lee Barr, and I am here to advocate and promote my book. Love, Peace, and Sweet Tea is something that's so dear to me. And I want this book to be inspired. It's already inspired by the world. Because right now, love, peace, and sweet tea, we really need the peace right now. And I advocate love and peace for all of us. Love is so amazing. So amazing is love. And right now, God knows we need peace. And thank all of you for your patience and your understanding and your love. I advocate love. You can pick up my book at Amazon.com, LisaLeeBarr.com. And I wake up every morning with love and harmony in my heart just to get out and promote love, peace, and sweet tea. so much. I thank you guys, and you can get my book, and I know you're going to enjoy it because it's spiritual, it's promotion, it's all about love. Thank you so much for having me on. You are so special to me, all of you out there. Let's promote love, peace, and harmony.
I want to thank, wow. You got me almost in tears over here to have you on television for the first time on Pick TV Network. And Brother O, you know how hard it is. And you have done almost 50 shows. Look at Mother up here, Brother O. Take time out and just think about her being on the first time, Brother O, from California. Mother O, Brother O, just give us some love, man. Give us some holiday love, Brother O. Let us know how proud you are of her.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with what you're trying to do. I appreciate what you're promoting, encouraging love and peace. And with the work that I see so much negativity out in the world today. So there's definitely that need of people to try to promote and encourage people to love one another, because right now there's like really like a marketplace for negativity and hatred and violence and anger towards humanity. There's so much going on in the world that we need to have people who are soldiers for peace, for harmony, because there are a lot of destructive things that are going on, a lot of war, a lot of animosity that people have towards one another. And it seems like the world is such a very difficult place for people to live in. And so us as that are on the other side, who are promoting peace, who are promoting harmony, we have to continue to go out and fight every day and prove to the world that it is a place that is worthy of us being here to continue to move forward towards bridging those gaps that we've had, regardless of what it might be, whether it's race, whether it's age, whether it's religion, culture, all of those things. We're different in our own right, but what is what we all have in common is that we are all human beings.
And that's what means the most at the end of the day. We started this program off with prayer, and we've been going in the studio the last 3 days with these authors, and I'm humbly blessed when able to do this. When I started this television network in 2020, when my sister Brenda passed away, I never thought in my life that I would be the president of a television network, airing people from all over the world, giving you guys an opportunity to come on international television and speak to the world and sell your books. I want everybody out there who's watching us on all social media platforms and Pick TV Network Live. Let's support these book authors. It's the holiday seasons. Get your credit card out. These book authors have poured out their soul to come on here, and veterans like my man Mike who's up here today. Mike, before we close this broadcast, man, tell the world why you're a man of faith and you love God. Give us 15 seconds, man. What God means to you, man.
Absolutely. It's all about gratitude. If your heart is beating, you have something to be grateful for. And gratitude is the foundation of all worship and all praise that you can give to our great, beautiful Heavenly Father, with that relentless, unconditional love towards us. And gratitude is the greatest gift we can give back. And if you are alive, if your heart is beating, say out your mouth, I'm grateful my heart is beating. And if that's the only thing you can say, just keep saying that. And then you'll find something else. I'm grateful that I can see colors. I'm grateful that my hands work. I'm grateful for meeting someone brilliant and amazing like Dr. Evans. There's always something to be grateful for, and it should be the foundation of all our praise and worship.
Give me 15 seconds of what God, Jesus Christ means to you. Give us 15 seconds.
God is everything. It's I don't know how people in this world live without God. With faith, it's hard to explain how much God has affected my life. Like I said, I had a great wife and a great family, and it's all God. And it's just difficult to explain how much he means to me and how he works for me in my daily life. And I really appreciate him, and I appreciate you people letting me be able to share a little bit of my testimony while on this network. Thank you.
Wow, man, that makes me feel so wonderful. Let's go to Sal. Sal, what does God, Jesus Christ, means to you, Sal?
Growing up, it was definitely a strong guide on what love is. Jesus, God, and the Spirit. It's a life guide to how to treat each other with love, because he was a true demonstrator of that. And I know that there are times where I don't speak to God, but I know he's always there watching over me. Whether I want to acknowledge him or not, he's always got my back. And that's what God has meant for me. So thank you for listening.
No, that's beautiful. Brother O, I want Brother O, man. There's a lot of brothers in prison. You've been behind bars. I've never been there before in my life. What do my brothers go through during this time, man? I give you 30 seconds, Brother O. And sisters.
So I just recently was at the University of Chicago, and they had some guys talking about their experience there, and to see some of those guys virtually through Zoom, they were still in their blues, and I had an opportunity to meet them in person. During holidays, it's probably the most difficult for a lot of them, because they have family members that they want to be close to. But then also for those whose family members might have passed, those moments, they bring back a lot of, they bring up painful memories, because they're attached to the special moments that they had with the people who are no longer there. So it's very trying for them during this time. And last, before we go, I wanted to end on this note, because I was inspired by what Sal said and what Michael said. It's a short poem that I have. And as we were going along, it wasn't my plan, but they made me, just listening to them, made me think of this poem that I have. So if I have a moment, or we could close with it, or you have anything that you want to say before we go into it?
Yeah, we're going to close with your poem, Brother O, man. I love you so much, man. I know you're going to have a veteran show. I already know you're going to put together. You had these vets on here. They all get in touch with Brother O, so be on his show. Those who don't know, Brother O I'm looking for those trophies, man. This is my right hand. This man put Pick TV Network on his back, carried us, gave money, put money on to keep us up when we were going through. And then to bring on so many of public officials. Brother O, before we go to the next person, tell them the event that you got coming up with this big event, one of the biggest events on the planet, and who's going to be a part of it.
Oh, yes. So November 17th is the Chicago Leaders Awards. It's a banquet that will be honoring some of the people who have shown great leadership right here in the in Chicago and throughout the state of Illinois. So we got State Rep LaShawn Ford, who actually was a guest on our Hello America broadcast last year. We will have Julia Ramirez on there, and she's a colleague of mine. She's an alderwoman rather. I actually knew her before she actually had gone into office. Wonderful person. Let's see who else. Mayor Brandon Johnson, the newly elected mayor right here in Chicago, Illinois. And we're going to have Danny Davis. Congressman Danny Davis has been around a very long time. He's been fighting for the rights of the formerly incarcerated for a very long time. He's been at the forefront of that, and several others who will be involved. But it's just an honor to be there. I will be opening up one of the opening acts as a spoken word performance artist there. So it's going to be a wonderful event. And the purpose is to raise funding for the News School, which is out of St. Agatha's Church. And the News School is a media development program for youth in Chicago. So it's a very worthy cause. Anybody in Chicago or in the Chicago area, you can go on Eventbrite and look it up. And if you want to come and support, we definitely would like for you to be there. But it's an honor for me to be part of this. November 17th.
Yeah, that's big, man. Matter of fact, we're going to try to upload it in a second. But that's huge for Brother O to be on that program with so many people who are helping to make decisions to make people's lives better in Chicago, man. I'm commend you to represent PIC TV Network and what you're doing there. Before we close, we're going to do your poem at the end. We have awesome Miss Barr. Miss Barr, this is your first time on PIC TV Network. You have a beautiful smile. I love you. I love you. You remind me of one of my good people from down south. I just love your smile. Can you tell us in 10 seconds, what does God mean to you? What does Jesus Christ God mean to you?
Jesus Christ is my all in all. He means the world to me. He is my Savior. He is just everything to me. I could not survive or make it without him. I advocate to everyone. The love of God is real. It's powerful. And I just want to thank God for being in my life. And I want to thank you guys on TV for having me this morning. God is king.
Amen.
So let love go in your heart. Everything.
And I am so glad.
Yeah, we have one common denominator, and all of us love God. God is so good, man. We could have been gone. There's so many people I heard this week. I've been to back-to-back funerals so many times this year, and thank God that we're alive. We're here today, and I wanted somebody to be encouraged over the holidays who's watching this right now. And after Brother O does this poem, we're gonna play a video, and it's gonna be me helping a lady who are homeless. It's live. It just happened this week, and I think your heart's gonna be touched. So I want to thank you for your time, Melvise. Melvise, you are an angel who's been with me for 3 years. You've been in rehearsals. This is really your TV. You're the face of the PIC TV Network book fair. You've been on over almost 75 to 100 book fairs that we've done in the last 3 years. This is one of those top ones, Melvise. We made it.
It was awesome. All 3 shows were awesome today, and I am extremely grateful to God for allowing me to be a part of it, for bringing me to the PIC TV Network, for allowing me to use the gifts and the talents that He gave me to not only serve in His house at my church, but to also serve the authors who want to reach the world with His word. I truly believe I have found my calling. I believe that God chose me to help reach the world with His word, because it's no coincidence that like 99% of my authors are men and women of God, bishops, pastors, preachers, prophets. I mean, it was all Him. It was all Him. So that's what He wants me to do. That's what I'm here to do. And I'm extremely grateful to use my gifts and my talents to help spread His word across the world, be it be poetry or self-help, inspirational, fiction, nonfiction, memoirs, whatever it is. Use me, Lord. I'm here.
You always invest in a network. I was trying to keep a picture of mine up there, but it keeps flowing around. You helped me to get my first book out, and I got a couple of more. Hopefully on Black Friday, we'll do my Revelation Celebration ebook. But you've been a blessing. I love all these authors who've been on. The first segment, religious book authors. Second segment, inspirational authors, and we had a great segment. And then with the poets on here, business authors on here, inspiration, and especially the people who came in for the first time. You know how my heart is just full. I'm so full. And please look at the repeats. again and again. We're going to send you the links. Everybody shoot them out. This is a free holiday gift. Just send out this link and let somebody around the world buy these books from these authors. And I'm excited for all of you guys. Brother O, come on, take us home with this poem, man. Let's Brother O, do your.
Like I said, I was just encouraged and inspired by some of the conversations that we had during this book fair, and we had people talking about overcoming the sense of being overwhelmed from failure, from loss, and just moving on, regardless of one's past failures and the obstacles that a person is going through, but just finding the strength within to move on. And so I was inspired to recite this poem that I wrote a while ago, and it's entitled "No More." Let no one take your glory, for you are the true meaning of greatness. You are a champion, a winner, for you have already fought many great battles and won. Think back and remember. Remember who you are and the obstacles you've overcome. Thousands upon thousands of other sperm cells raced to impregnate your mother's egg, but you outswam them all, defeating overwhelming odds. And you, remember the 9 months of darkness while you survived in your mother's womb, as your body went through change after change until you reached maturity and were finally thrust into the light, and you cried the warrior's cry of victory, as the doctor who helped usher you into this world held you in his hands. And don't forget that you made it through the vulnerable stage of infancy to become the strong, healthy being you are today, with the potential to move mountains and build a legacy as marvelous and awesome as the pyramids in Mexico. For you are a rock that cannot be moved, royalty that cannot be dethroned. Your greatest foe is only yourself, for you are the one who has the true power over your life and destiny, no one else.
Brother O, thank you, man. This is just amazing. Blessings to have you on, man, to be a part of it. Thank you again, Kevin, for being with us today. Thank you, Michael, for being with us all the time. Thank you, Melvise. Thank you, Sal. And Lee, Mr. Barr, thank you for coming on to celebrate with us on PIC TV Network. Alexa, play Kool and the Gang Celebration. We are so happy for all of you. And we want to give a shout out to Queen, who helped us pull all this together. Queen from Richmond, Virginia. We're so happy for all of you from on PIC TV Network. Until next time, I'm trying to see if Alexa gonna do it. There you go. We're gonna dance off the screen, y'all. Hey, happy holidays, everybody. Let's dance off the screen. Yeah. Come on. It's a celebration. Come on, let's show them how to do it. Look at Sal. Come on, Sal. Sal is a party girl, y'all. Sal is a party girl. Go ahead, Sal. Go ahead, Sal. There you go. I got another bet up here, y'all. I got some more bets up here. Look at these bets. Come on, Kevin. California in the house. Yes, look at Melvise. Yeah. We're gonna celebrate. Party with you. Come on now. Yeah. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Hey everybody, PIC TV Network, happy holidays. Keep the love alive. Don't forget to tell somebody that you love them. Until we meet again. God bless you.
It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Love and peace.
It's a place to be. The dancing authors are in the house, y'all. The dancing authors are in the house. See you next time on PIC TV Network. Don't forget to help somebody buy these books. Buy these books. Thank you, everybody. We see you next time on PIC TV Network. Again, everybody been watching with us today. We love you. We love you, friends. We got Brazil, France, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada, Ireland, West Africa. Let's go. Celebrate. This is David Evans, your president, Big TV Network. Thanks for buying these books, these authors. We'll see you next time. Big TV Network.
Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank you for your time, everybody.
We gonna celebrate and have a good time.